So we recently checked out the Sorceress Diablo 4 gameplay. Let's check out the Druid 20-minute video clip. Druid, baby. So we've got the Barbarian here, who has 4 different types of skins. Oh, sorry. And the Sorceress here, who has 2 different types of skins. And then the Druid, so it's not gender orientated. So the Druid has 2 different types of skins. They're both male. So Sorceress 2 female, Barbarian has 2 female, 2 male. So it's just basically a skin and not gender orientated, from what I can see here. But this is early gameplay, people. Keep in mind, this is very early. And it may be completely different by the time the game comes out. Wow, it's like a werewolf druid. A bear. So for the most part we can shape shift and stay in shifted form. So that wall's going to break down just like the Sorceress gameplay. Oh wow, we've got a legendary. What is that? The Writhing Band. Hell yeah, legendary, baby. So press spacebar to evade enemy attacks. So it looks like we can evade by pressing spacebar and kind of leap forward anytime. What the hell? So it's some sort of lightning attack by the Druid there as he passes on through here. I love these little cutscenes in Diablo 4 that we've seen so far. I hope there's a lot of them as we progress through certain quests or storylines in the single player story mode. Very dark indeed. Oh, we're out. I'm sure there are enemies to slay, demons to kill up here. Wow. Lord of the Rings, eat your heart out. This looks awesome. So this is the actual gameplay. And like I said, this is very early on, so it's gonna change. So it looks like for the most part, we're shapeshifting to do any damage at all.
I have the lantern, but your family crypts have collapsed.
Damn the crypt.
I have the lantern, but your family crypts have collapsed.
Aaron described that lantern in perfect detail, right down to the engravings. He's never seen it before. Everyone thinks my son's gone mad, but I
is that some other player? I think it is. So, as we're journeying through Diablo 4, I think we can just come across players randomly like that. That's just someone else doing their quest.
The lantern has something to show me, but his light is so bright. It's blinding.
It's blinding.
Calm yourself.
Calm.
Breathe. Is this what you saw?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
That's it. That's his light. I see now. He carried it to a dark place. A drowning cavern.
He's never said that before.
A drowning cavern.
A drowning
What does
cavern.
that mean?
That's what I was thinking.
There's a sea cave north of town that floods when the tide comes in. But the whole coastline is crawling with the drowned. We cannot send my boy there.
I will go in his stead. Stay
Keep
here
him safe.
and keep him safe.
I must go, Mother. There is no other way.
It's him that
There is no other way.
It would be great to shapeshift into some sort of mount or something to move quicker. You know, in World of Warcraft, as a druid, you could shapeshift into other forms to move a lot quicker. It would be great if you could do that in Diablo 4. I don't know whether you can. This is like very early on. But here we are in the quest area now. So for the most part, combat, you shapeshift, and then you've got some sort of lightning AoE attack. But again, this is like the first quest in the game, I believe. It's very early on.
I'm not ready yet.
So very basic attacks, but we're not taking much damage here either. Enter the drowning caverns.
I'm low on spirit.
Low on spirit. So we use spirit as druids. That's a resource. I suppose in order to shapeshift and use certain spells and abilities, we're going to be using spirit.
The boar.
So even shapeshifting into bear form uses spirit.
Show me then.
Druid's probably the most fascinating class, I think, for Diablo fans. Out of the three that have been announced, Barbarian, Druid, Sorceress, Druid has me the most interested. I definitely want to check out the Druid class.
What is this?
And if it was just the three, Druid would be my first choice.
The village for months. Are you strong enough to face it?
Even though the gameplay looks very basic for both Druid and Sorceress here, the 20-minute first quest lines that we've gone through. Sorceress is just so similar to other classes, and Barbarian, there's always a Barbarian class. So we will check out the Barbarian next. Pretty sure there's a 20-minute video on that as well. So we've checked out Sorceress. If you want to see more, I'll link that video at the end of this one.
We should find another way. Forgive me, my son.
So far so good. It looks dark and gritty, which is what I like. Certainly has more of an older Diablo 2 type feeling with updated graphics.
Every day that follows.
And climbing mechanics, something that I've noticed. There was no climbing mechanics like that in Diablo 3. And what's this? Some sort of elite, judging by the icon underneath his health bar. So we're taking him out quite easily. Or quite quickly, rather. Whereas the Sorceress was like spamming her frost spells for lengthy durations during the playthrough. The Druid seems to be doing a bit more damage. There's another elite of some kind. What's he got there? A huge piece of timber or something. But we kind of just crushed through him. Smashed him. Yeah, I like the Druid class already. Most likely this will be the class that I play when Diablo 4 comes out. Depending on how interesting the other classes are when they're announced. If there's like an Amazon Templar and all these different unique classes, unique to Diablo 3. Whoa! The boss! Check out that health bar. Marinth of the Deep. So we're doing a substantial amount of damage to Marinth. Druid rocks, baby. So, gonna take him out pretty quickly and easily. The sorceress would be pecking away for hours on this boss. So, we got a legendary, baby. Thunderspire. So that's like some sort of legendary staff, I'm assuming. But this player, whoever is playing, isn't checking out what they just picked up. So we're back in town. Yeah, check out that staff. No, instead we're checking out talents and shit. There's still a while to go in this video. I thought it might be nearly over. But, Cataclysm. Grizzly Rage, so... There's a few shape-shifting abilities there that we can choose from. Definitely many upgrades there. Yeah. Put in that legendary, son. Put in that legendary.
Savage beasts they may be,
Una.
but the Khazra recognize the power of the Druid stones. They defile our sacred places with their blood rituals. I fear for the stone of Lys-Ren atop Kainadar to the north. I have communed with it for decades, but my body has...
Yeah, we're not listening to her. We're just gonna
What happened?
do our own thing.
What did you see?
The boy with the lantern.
I'm glad that the Druid playthrough is showing us things we didn't see with the Sorceress.
To a drowned
Very dark and gritty. I love this.
son. Next.
Aaron fell into a fit.
Some people will
Shot
dislike it
after
because
you
it's
left.
too dark and gritty.
Is it
But
finally over?
I love it. And please keep in mind that it'll all be updated once the game comes out. This is still years away. I don't think we'll see it next year. We definitely won't see it this year. Diablo 4, that is. And I don't think we'll see it next year either. I think it's at least minimum 2 years away. So Blizzard has stated that even in their terms, it's still a while away. It's not coming anytime soon. Which to me means it's going to be years away. Because Blizzard has never rushed out anything. Look at the difference between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 releases. How long it took for Diablo 3 to come out. It's ridiculous. So Blizzard does not rush out releases. But it's good to see progress. And good to see gameplay footage. I just want to see more classes announced. We've got Sorceress, Druid, and Barbarian. There's going to be at least 3 more starting classes. I'm thinking Amazon Templar and something else. An archer of some type. Possibly.
Someone help, please.
The more classes, the better, really. I mean,
On the way to
there can never be too many.
I'm low on spirit.
So I wonder if Druid has any attacks outside of shapeshift form. It looks like everything is in shapeshift.
I'm not ready yet.
So the Druid in World of Warcraft, for example, has a lot of spells and abilities outside of shapeshift form, and the healers as well. So from what I see here, every attack is in shapeshift form. There are no actual spells other than the lightning one. But, like I said, it is very early on in game, so things can change. 5 minutes remaining. Shit, it's already been 15? So our little playthrough here is nearly over. Our exclusive look at the Druid class. Which has been quite enjoyable. I love looking at Diablo 4 news and new gameplay videos. Shout out goes to Alec Dink for sending me this and motivating me to do a reaction video. Lots of love to Dink, Alec. So it looks like a bit of a loading screen here. I suppose going into dungeons and stuff, we're going to get a bit of a loading screen. I did see that in the Sorceress clip as well, but again, it's very early footage, so anything can change. We're skipping some enemies, it looks like, even though the objective is to slay all enemies in the Domhain tunnels. We left some behind there. So, no doubt about it, Druid does a fair amount of damage. Do we have to go back and slay these enemies? Because we didn't slay them all, Druid.
Please help! I won't survive alone! More are coming!
Or do we have to just protect him as a primary objective? So it looks like we can evade anytime we want by using spacebar. That's interesting. That's different. So you can evade or dash at any time, which I believe is what they're doing there, the player with the Druid. So that's going to definitely be interesting, because we don't have an ability like that in Diablo 3. Not a free one anyway. Usually anything related to mobility will cost resource of some kind, or it's a skill. Whereas it looks like it's built into this. Looks like he's dashing for free. Which is cool.
I can't. It's too late.
It's too late, baby, it's too late. So there's some enemies here. Slay all enemies. I'm still fairly certain there's some enemies at the start of this that we missed. Oh shit! Some sort of elite. The exploding balls of frost are still in this game. Well, we took him out rather easily. Maybe because we got those legendaries early on. So we're skipping Kayla's dagger there, which looks like a unique drop as well. But that's alright. This is all about showing an example to everybody. And this is what elites look like. Just bigger enemies with some sort of icon under their health bar. There's the shrine. Another rare. It's a big map. It looks like it's gonna be quite a large game, Diablo 4. Which is a good thing, really. And I did hear that we get mounts. So your characters or classes that you play will have mounts in order to move around the normal world. Now, that's it. The gameplay abruptly is about to end. So that's the end of the video. 20 minutes of gameplay on the Druid. Unfortunately, that's all that I have. That's all that this video contains. So that is the Druid class. If you haven't checked out my Sorceress video, check that out. And the Barbarian is next, baby. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe here. This is the place to be for Diablo 3, Diablo 4, music, movies, and everything else that we enjoy in life.